View the following program in its entirety with Xfinity On Demand by selecting Get Local and choosing All HS Sports. For Xfinity X1 customers, scroll over to Xfinity Services and select Get Local.
You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
St. Charles is a speed team on defense. They have weapons everywhere on their defense, and with our running game, we think that's one of those things where there's going to be adjustments that are made throughout the game and so on. But we want to take advantage of the fact that we're a physical running football team right now.
I think it'll be a physical matchup. They're a really good team. They're well coached. They got great players. I think in the matchup, it's just going to be who's able to control the ball the most. We're both running teams that like to complement with the pass.
On offense, what we've been doing really well the last couple of weeks is scoring early in the games. So we want to get out to a good start, be able to put points up on the board and put the pressure on St. Charles East. Second thing is we need to create turnovers. So whether that's a fumble recovery, a forced fumble, a blocked punt, an interception, we need to have a turnover in the game.
I think that if you limit turnovers and you control time of possession, creating turnovers on the defensive side of the ball, and playing physical football. And I think if we come out and can do those things, we're going to be in good shape.
We're really prideful of playing at home. Over the last 3 years, we've won a lot of games at home. We're excited for the atmosphere that's going to be there on Friday night. We know the community is really excited for it, so we want to defend our house.
Welcome to Northfield, everybody, for the CN100 Game of the Week tonight. It's an 8A second-round playoff matchup as St. Charles East takes on New Trier. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jim Blaney, along with Jack McInerney and probably two of the flagship high schools in the Chicagoland area, St. Charles East and New Trier, going at it tonight. St. Charles East has enjoyed a renaissance this year. They are 9-0, Jack. Their offense has scored the most points in school history. Their defense has given up the fewest points in school history.
Well, it's really been a very interesting season for them, and one of the biggest reasons for it was the big win they had against Batavia. That really changed the whole season for them because a lot of people thought maybe next year was going to be their year, but when they beat Batavia, that opened up a lot of eyes, including the coaching staff as well as the players, with all the confidence that they have.
New Trier comes into this game at 8-2, and maybe their signature win of the year might have been the signature win of anybody for any high school this year. That's when they stopped that long conference winning streak by Maine South, and New Trier went on and won a conference championship themselves.
Exactly, Jim, and that's probably one of the things that led to the big win that they had last week against Marist. But that big win against Maine South really made believers out of New Trier. They've always been close. They've been a tremendous program over all the years, but that was the big key because everybody knows the record that Maine South's had in the conference for so many years.
Szynski rolls, looking to throw, back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Scott McCabe, but it was broken away by Nick Garlish.
Again, a good job of showing them a formation and coming out. You can see they had a slot to one side, just tries to get the ball up in the air. Really a nice defensive play right there. They flow right with him. You can see right on his hip pocket right there, almost double coverage. Just an excellent job right there.
Throwback.
Wide open back.
Wide open downfield, and it is going to be a touchdown for New Trier. Getting behind everybody was Scott McCabe off the pass from Brian Kaiser. It's a 36-yard scoring play.
Now that was set up, Jim, by that other little pitch that they did before. They wanted to see what would happen on the back side, and they overplayed. He just ran down the field uncontested. And again, it was set up by the play earlier. They checked out what the secondary did on that little pitch, and what they did is they rotated very strongly to the pitch side, and so he just delayed one step, then took off after the ball was pitched. Nobody around, 6 points.
Mitchell throws into the end zone. It is caught, touchdown,
wow.
St. Charles East. Caught by Josh Ludke. 25-yard scoring play, and the Saints are back out on top.
And that certainly was not a play where he just basically outran the defensive back. Just a little rollout coming back to the other side, a half bootleg, throws the ball up in the air. He had good position on the defensive back. By that I mean he had him on his shoulder. He was in front with the ball right there. That was just a good job by the receiver getting the football and putting the defender on his hip, picking up the touchdown for the Saints. A nice drive where they come out at halftime running the option, pitching the balls, what took it down the field.
We had a 10-10 game at the half. There's been one scoring play in this second half so far. Sosinski rolling and looking, can't find anybody, stays alive, back inside the 5. Now he's back in his own end zone. Plants and throws, has a man, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Matt Berkey at the 27-yard line of New Trier. St. Charles East in business here in the fourth quarter.
And that's you can't blame it on him for the most part. There was just good coverage right here. You got to give a lot of credit to St. Charles, because they really, even though the quarterback was scrambling, this is what I talk about a lot, is the discipline of the secondary. Stay with the receivers. Don't worry about what the quarterback's doing. Here is a perfect example right here. You could see the secondary was completely back there. Did a great job of defending the pass. He's got nowhere to throw the football. He can't get set because of the pressure he's got on him the whole time. And he just throws the ball up, and you can see there's 5 defensive backs right there, and that's just great discipline. Wind won't be a factor, but footing could be. It could be a little slick out there. You can see almost the glow where the moisture is.
Burns blocked. Loose ball. The Saints trying to get there first. They cannot. It's picked up by Notari, and New Trier will take over at their own 40-yard line after a blocked field goal.
Notari, for the most part, single-handedly has stopped that drive of the Saints. He then blocks the field goal. What an outstanding job right here of rushing in, a poor job of blocking, but right there leaving without roughing the kicker, knowing the geometry of the flight of the ball, and then just aggressive play here, getting the football to give New Trier a breath of life to get back in this football game.
To view this exclusive Xfinity TV programming in its entirety, check the CN100 schedule for a list of airtimes, or view this program anytime on demand by selecting Get Local and choosing CN100.